possible. Over here, what's going on? Let's try this again. Well, there we go. Alrighty. It is Friday morning. It is, thank God, Friday. Excited for what God has, what He's going to do the rest of the week. Looking forward to what God has for us. It has been a long time since I did a Thank God Friday. I think the last one was middle of November, and it was kind of sketchy, a little in and out, back and forth before that. I wasn't certain if I wanted to restart it. The original purpose for Thank God Friday was back in 2020 during COVID. The church had stopped meeting because we weren't allowed to, and so I was looking for opportunities to reach into our church family and help them, to touch them, to remind them that we were still a church, we were still a church family, we were still Christians, we were still Christ's. And that's where Thank God Friday was born. And when you look at the videos, when you look at the statistics that YouTube and Facebook throw up, there never really was a lot of engagement. But that's not the purpose why I was doing it. I wasn't doing it for engagement. I was doing it to reach our church family. And then other people started telling me about how it was reaching other people in other places. And it was just a help to them, and I was encouraged by that, but then just got busy, and things came to a place where technology started being more difficult. You saw it this morning. Technology started being more difficult, and things were harder to do, and so I kind of reached a place where I stopped, and then got to the beginning of the year, and I thought I wanted to start back up, wasn't certain, why am I doing it, and is it doing what God has for it to do? Am I doing it for me, or am I doing it for the Lord? Is it time? Ecclesiastes tells us there's a time for every season, and sometimes we go through seasons and we do things, and then the Lord says, okay, it's time for that season to end and a new season to start. And so I wasn't certain what to do with all of that. And so I decided I was going to go ahead and start back up today. In the new year, not the first Friday of the year, but the first Friday of a full week in this year. And decided I was going to start it up, and then realized this morning that I was running late, and I wasn't going to have time to get to the church and do everything on time, get everything set up and started the way I wanted. And so I started, again, thinking about not doing it. And then I realized that too often we fall into these traps where Satan gives us excuses for not doing things for the Lord, where the Lord clearly gives us direction, or we think He's given us direction, and it's something it takes time, it takes effort, it's not something we might not want to do. I really enjoy Thank God Friday, I do, but it does take time, it does take effort, and so sometimes it's easier not to. It's easier to take the easy route, to take the simple route, to not do it. And yet I realized that, again, Satan was just giving me all these excuses. And so I got here late. I started late. I had problems with the technology. And yet I want you to understand that this Friday I'm thankful that God is in control. That God's timing, God's power is what allows us to do everything we do. Don't let excuses, don't let timing, don't let mistakes, don't think it's too late for me in life. Don't think, I hear it all the time, I wish I had gotten saved, or I'd started living for the Lord sooner. Well, okay, that's great. I wish I got saved sooner too, but you don't have to waste any more time. Take what God has given you. Start today. Start late. Start, if you have to, start tomorrow. But whatever it is, do what God has given you to do. If it's late, it's late. If it's early, it's early. But do what God has, again, do it within God's will. We see Moses get outside of God's time and what happened there. But Moses eventually came back around and did what God had for him to do in God's timing. And so whether you're early, whether you're late, if you're inside God's timing, and God has directed you to do it, because I'm thankful God is in control, and He is the doer of things. He just works through us. And so don't waste any more time. Don't let Satan give you any more excuses. Whatever it is you're putting off, get up and do it. Whatever it is that you don't have the time or the energy or the effort to do, lean on God. If He's given it for you to do, then get up and do it. I thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for watching. Again, if you're watching, it's encouraging to know that God is using this in people's lives. I'm not doing it for me. I'm not doing it for the accolades or anything like that. I'm doing it because this is what God has asked me to do. And so if you can encourage me, if not, that's fine as well. Just lean on God in everything you do. Hope you'll have a great day. God bless.